So the DAs and the AGs, they can say what they want to towards Trump and about Trump wherever they want to say it, but Trump has to keep silence. What's going on, everybody? I am Ty Smith. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to view my channel and the content that I put out. Also, make sure you do me a favor and follow me on these platforms you see listed up here and down here across this area. Make sure you follow me on all these, all right? Thank you very much. One of the best things y'all can do, hit that like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and my videos can constantly be recommended to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to give a shout out to LaDonna Cates, Miss LaDonna Cates, who is a person that watches my content and wanted to be known that she loves my content. Just giving her a shout out, older lady out there. Really appreciate that. So, y'all, you know, if you don't know this, Trump has been placed under a gag order not to be able to say something, which in my opinion, that right there is a violation of the Constitution. You can say all day long, you're not a lawyer. These judges, they went to school. You can say all you want to, but all I know is that the First Amendment says you have a right, or what is it, freedom of speech? Freedom of speech, right? Period. How is it that we can get to a point in life like right now? Let me stop. I want y'all to check this video out first before I go in on it.
Let's turn now to some of the developments with former President Donald Trump. It started as a week where he got lowered bail, but obviously got a gag order and a court date. So quite a busy week. Let's bring in our legal experts now. Pleased to have attorney and former California chair of the Republican Party, Tom Del Beccaro. We have President Trump's impeachment lawyer, David Schoen, and also Trump attorney, Jesse Banal. Guys, welcome in.
Good to see you.
Great to see you all. So this gag order that was put on Trump also by Juan Marchand, that's the judge overseeing the payments from the non-disclosure, somewhat tricky. I'll start with you, Jesse, because Trump is saying basically it's not only illegal and un-American unconstitutional, but it's his First Amendment right that this judge that you're looking at is infringing upon, and many would agree.
Well, it's absolutely right. You know, the First Amendment protects several different rights, but one of the protections that is the strongest is the right against prior restraints against speech, and that's an injunction against speech. That's exactly what a gag order is. And when you put a gag order on the leading candidate for president of the United States in a prosecution that has been coordinated by that candidate's political rival, let's remember that the White House essentially put into place one of the prosecutors in Alvin Bragg's office to help go after this prosecution. It's extremely dangerous to our entire American system of justice in order to have a prior restraint like this. It's something that should not be allowed to stand. And I mean, that's especially true because Judge Marchand has no business being on this case.
Well, yes, and I was just going to go there and kick it over to David because as Trump also posted on Truth Social, I mean, this judge, his daughter, whose firm worked for campaigns for President Joe Biden, other Democrats, he's connected. You know, all of this runs so deep. It's not just Marchand, though. We've seen other judges that have connections like Tanya Chutkan, once working at a Democratic really run firm with Hunter Biden at one point. The pieces here are coming together pretty clear, David.
Yeah, first of all, the gag order implicates the Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights of the defendant also. Right to a public trial, the right to effective assistance of counsel. His lawyers are included in it, and so on in this case. It's horrible, never should have been entered. Judge Marchand, in my opinion, is a bully. I have a lot of experience with him. He's a Trump hater. He likes to bully lawyers. He's very conscious of how he appears to the press and so on. He called me up once to say that he felt I was implying that he was being biased against my client. I said, let me be more clear then. I'm not implying anything. You are being biased. And he threatens contempt all the time. But there are a number of reasons. I also think his assignment to the case was wrong, should have been challenged. He was picked by the chief administrative judge, they say, but he was also picked for the Trump Organization case, the Bannon case. There are a lot of judges on this court, and there's a checkered system in that county anyway that was challenged many years ago with the district attorney handpicking the judges. They claim to have stopped it, but it should have been challenged in this case.
Yes, and a lot of people are seeing it. They feel like it's activist judges, just like the summary judgment by Arthur Engeron before the trial even began there. You know, there's no jury. Also, if we go down this path, you know, since you're in California, I just have to note, Tom, Lewis Kaplan, the judge who yesterday only handed down 25 years to Sam Bankman-Fried, not 110 years, also oversaw the E. Jean Carroll case. You know, Sam Bankman-Fried comes from, you know, his parents are there in the Bay Area. You know that case very well. So there's another judge and sort of a disparate way of handling things.
No question about it. And if you look at this gag order, you know who doesn't have a gag order? Letitia James. All these DAs or attorney generals mouthing off constantly in the area where this is going to be tried and damaging the jury pool. It's not possible for President Trump to get a fair trial in these places because the attorney generals and/or district attorneys have been going off, and they're not made subject to any gag order. Ethically, they shouldn't be saying a word, but practically they are damaging Trump and his ability to get a fair trial, and that should be the subject of an appeal as well.
So, y'all just heard all that. Like I was getting ready to say, how is it that if this is supposed to be the foundations of what this country was founded on, how is this happening? How is it happening? How? How can somebody tell you you can't talk? You can't say nothing when our forefathers literally have it in our Constitution. You have a freedom of speech. Y'all need to understand something. Y'all just heard it all who's in cahoots with who. This is literally election interference. This is trying to keep Trump from making it to November is what this is all about. I don't care if you dislike Trump or you like Trump or you dislike Biden or you don't like Biden. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you like me and don't like me. I don't care if I like you and don't like you. On my channel, you can say what you want to me. I'm not going to sit there and delete your comments. I don't even do that. You know who does do that? YouTube. YouTube will delete your comments. You can say, Ty, you the most sickest person in the world. I don't like you, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. But YouTube does, and YouTube will do it. So what am I saying all this for? Y'all might be okay with it. Some of you that don't like Trump, you Trump haters, you guys might be okay. Well, that's what Trump get. He shouldn't say things. He shouldn't say this. He shouldn't say that. But y'all have no idea. It's a bigger, broader picture than that. This is about all of us not being able to say anything. Man, I have a problem with this. I will have a problem with this because it is literally infringing upon your First Amendment, freedom of speech. Now, I don't know if Trump doing it, but I would take it a bit further. If you tell me, you put me on the gag order and say I can't say nothing out of my mouth verbally, oh, shoot. Let me type it in and have the AI speak it out. Let me type it up and give it to somebody to say what I want them to say. Let them say it. Now, I don't know if there's any stipulations within this order that this judge gave him to where he can't have nobody say, I don't know, but I'm just saying, you said I can't say anything. I'm going to type it out and have somebody else say it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go behind closed doors and I'm going to put a piece in their ear and I'm going to record it on a device and I'm going to have them play the device and device. You know what I'm saying? For example, if I have a phone and I audio record what I want to say in my phone, I will get somebody, let's say a spokesperson for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, take their phone, speak what you want to say in their phone, give it to them, put it in there and get a Bluetooth, let them put that piece in their ear. They repeat everything that you say. Oh, well then, no. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all are missing the point. Because you have such hatred or dislike for Donald Trump, you are all for them silencing him and having no idea what's going to happen when it comes to all of us. What's going to happen when it comes to all of us? YouTube is the same. You can't say certain things on YouTube. Hate speech? What is that? What is that? It's ridiculous. So my point in saying on that is not because you thinking that I like Trump or it's not because I'm saying it's because I know that you don't like Trump. It has everything to do with the foundations of our Constitution, period. Freedom of speech, whether you like it, whether you don't. But can you imagine that's the inalienable rights that we're talking about. Can you imagine somebody telling you you don't have a right? You can't talk. Man, come on now. I'm different. I'd be like, I'll take that. I tell that judge, lock me up, I'll bail right back out. I mean, if Trump does this, if Trump happens to disobey what the judge is saying, and Trump goes to jail for it, and Trump is considered a criminal, shouldn't Trump get right back out since they letting that in? Isn't that the thing? Isn't that the deal? You a criminal. You go to jail, you get let right back out because that's what they're letting criminals to do, right? Get right back out. It's crazy. Now, even criminals with a record. Trump don't have a record. But all the goddamn on things that got built up on him, like he said, I have more than Al Capone. Can't believe I got more indictments than Al Capone. And they treated him a lot better. Way more. So I'm just saying, what are y'all thoughts on this? To those that don't even like Trump, what are your thoughts on the First Amendment? That's all I got to say. Well, no, you're trying to straw man. No, I'm simply saying what are your thoughts on the First Amendment? Period. Freedom of speech, freedom of press. What are your thoughts on it? Because if you say, no, we should have a right to say what okay then. It's not saying that you're for Trump. Don't be scared of your other left-leaning friends or anything like that. You should be agreeing with this country right now that we have a right to freedom of speech. If you disagree with that, then you don't need to be here in America. You shouldn't even be having an unction in your mind to even repeat. If you don't believe in the First Amendment, you shouldn't even have nothing in your mind that's telling you to type back to me. If you don't believe in it, don't type back. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't give me your thoughts. Don't give me your opinions. Don't give me none of your freedom of speech. Don't do any of that. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. Don't comment if you believe that the First Amendment should be done away with. Oh, only when it comes to Trump, though. Yeah, okay. Anyway, make sure you guys hit that like button before you get out of here. And also, when you go into your cell phones, if you have a contact list in your cell phone, let your friends know about LaDonna. You got friends in your contact list, Miss LaDonna Cates? Is there friends in your contact list? Tell them to subscribe to me because you like me. I heard you like me. All right, so y'all, make sure y'all do that, all right? I cannot wait to see your thoughts on this one right here because another judge bought off by the Democrat Party, and it's plain to see right there based on the evidence we just heard with people being in cahoots with each other. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.